In this video, we're going to go over how to set up an activity builder from Desmos. So the first thing you want to do, if you have an activity builder already, a link to it, you can go ahead and click on it. If not, you go to teacher.desmos.com and it will pull up a whole bunch of activities here for you to choose from. If you have a link already, let me show you what that would look like. Let me go to one of mine. Here's an old one with exploring parabolas. So it would look like this to begin with. So here you can see that I've done this a couple of times, and 94 students and 9 students here. So if you haven't done this activity before, it will be nothing right here, and you just click this Create a Class Code. Now with this class code, you can disseminate it a couple of ways. One way is you can have students go to student.desmos.com and go ahead and type in the code. It is not case sensitive and you don't need a space. The other thing you can do is to copy the link and it'll automatically put them into this activity. So you copy the link and then you go ahead and give it out through MyConnect or through Google Classroom or however you like to disseminate links. And students then just type it in. So they would just type it in here, and then they would go ahead and click join. Now, because the students are haven't used Desmos before probably, or maybe not, it will look something like this. So it'll say sign in, and then they just click sign in with Google. I usually have them do that through my plan because then it automatically populates their names. And so then they can go ahead and join, and this is kind of what they see on here, and they just click go. It automatically populated my name, and it'll take them through that activity. Now here, let me sign back in with my correct account. You will be able to have a summary of what your students are doing. So let's go back to my previous ones that I've used so you can see what students actually look like. Let's take a look at this one. And I took their names and made them anonymous. You can make them anonymous over here, but otherwise it will populate their names. And then for each one, you can kind of see you can see exactly what the students have answered. So you can see which ones have answered what. You can see these 2 students didn't quite finish them. This one didn't start. But when you click on the certain slides, you can see what their graphs look like. You can see what they've said about the parabola and how things changed. And so you can get a really great idea of where students are. You can do a formative assessment with this and just see what they're understanding. So then you can just go back to summary if you want. You can go to individual students and see what that student has done. So you have this whole dashboard ready for you. And then you can just go back to the exploring parabolas if you want to assign it again and create a class code. So that's the basics of how to use Desmos Activity Builder and how to assign it to students.